Hi, I'm Hattie.
I'm Shantae.
And I'm Jamika.
And we're the ladies of Off the Chain Mondays.
What we gonna talk about today?
Episode 6,
Yes.
guys. This is
I can't wait
awesome.
till we get to the double digits.
We're at episode 6.
No.
Ah!
And y'all still in here with us.
That's so awesome. So, we have some fun topics to discuss today. With these topics, though, definitely leave your comments. We would like to know your opinions, especially with this first one. So, I actually am gonna, introduce this first topic. We're gonna call it "Keeping Your Hands to Yourself."
Keep your damn hands to
Keep it to yourself. Keep your hands
No,
to
you
yourself.
She said sorry. I was staying clear from your little attack on yourself.
Well, I kind of came up with this topic because I was watching the show, or whatever. But I feel like when it comes to men and females, and the whole like keeping your hands to yourself, and like men retaliating if a woman gets in his face, or if a woman like physically attacks him. I just feel like there's like a double standard when it comes to that sometimes.
Yeah.
I was watching this show, and there was a scenario where this woman, she kind of just didn't really care for this guy. I mean, she had no reason to not care for the guy. They just met, he just met her. She's in his hometown at that.
Yeah.
And, she, just kind of didn't really vibe with him, which is fine. You're entitled to your own opinions. If you don't vibe with somebody, that's fine. However, when he was trying to be cordial or whatnot with her, she just kind of was giving him the cold shoulder. And he just kind of, like asked her up front, like, what's the problem?
Yeah,
And,
like,
she's just like, well,
what's
I'm
wrong
not
with you?
gonna talk to you right now. I'm gonna give you the benefit of being a man. I'm gonna just talk about you behind your back.
Hmm?
So when she said that, he was just kind of like, what? You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean you gonna talk about me behind my back? Like, I'm asking you, face to face right now, what the problem is? Like, what have I done to you? And when she wouldn't respond
That's
to
not even
him,
like a man. I don't
Yeah,
know
like-
what she meant by that. But
like, what? Where they do that at?
yeah.
But just like she
That's
had,
like some different type of breed.
Y'all see
of
Yeah.
my facial expression ain't changed yet because I'm just confused.
Yeah. Different
but
breed.
just like she had her opinion,
Yeah.
and she's entitled to hers, he's entitled to his as well. So he was just like, yo, that's mad fake. You fake. You just told me straight up that you're gonna talk about me behind my back, and here I am asking you face to face,
Yeah.
what's going on, and you don't want to tell me. You're just gonna say that you're gonna talk about me behind my back. And when he said that, she got upset, and she straight punched him in his face. And this is somebody that you don't know.
First of all he came to her as a man because that whole I'm gonna talk to you like a man, I'm gonna talk to you behind your back. That's I don't know. That's just off the wall. Anyway.
He should have body slammed her ass. That's what he should have.
But he came to her as a man and said,
At the point that she punched him in the face, he should
Yeah.
have picked her up and
Body
body
slammed,
slammed her.
yeah.
And
That point, yes.
that's what I'm getting to.
Yeah.
When she did that, I don't know about anybody else, but we're all humans. Men are human, females are human. We're all human, right? We're all part
Yeah.
of the human race, right?
yeah.
When she did that, he kind of did black out, and he just his reaction was to fight back.
Yeah.
Did he hit her?
He started he started like messing her up for lack of better words. Like he went
She
in.
had bruises?
I don't know. He went in though.
I don't even care at this point because she should have never put his hand
Nah,
her hands on him.
Exactly. When you hit a man, you
don't know-
gotta expect that you might get hit back. That's what it comes
When you
down
put your
to.
hands on
Anybody.
anybody,
And that's what I'm getting
Yes.
to.
Because
Keep
people
your
think being a
hands
man-
to yourself. We do not need to
Yeah.
grow from being a 2-year-old with a temper tantrum to an adult with a temper tantrum. Like, you don't know people. Like, by law, assault is assault.
yeah, it
You
don't,
know
it's
what I
not
mean?
gender specific at
It's
all.
not.
So it's on camera that you attacked him first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
so
I have sons, and I tell my boys, don't pick girls. But at the point where I tell them that now because they're young. So they don't know how to differentiate between when is it okay, when is it not okay, what am I supposed to tolerate, what am I not supposed to tolerate. Right now, at 10 years old, don't hit no girl. And if a girl hits you, go get your sister. That's what I tell them as of right now. But human instinct, if you get punched in the face, human instinct is
to hit you back.
The reflex is to hit you back. You know what I'm saying? So if my boys come home and say, "Mommy, a girl hit me and I lost control and I hit her back," I'm really not gonna be too mad at them. Little bitch should have kept her hands to herself. That's how I feel. Yeah. But at the same time, a man's strength is different than a woman's strength. So I could see why it would be an issue, because you could go, okay, a female could punch a nigga in the face or punch a dude in the face, and it may not affect him. Whereas if a man punch a woman in the face, it's definitely gonna affect her. The level of pain is gonna be different. So I get that portion of it,
but
I can't be mad about it.
Yeah, because I feel like there's females who take that and run with it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm a female, you know, morally, you should not be physically touching me. So I can do whatever it is I want because you're not going to physically touch me. And I feel like that's wrong.
True.
Like, assault is assault.
Yeah.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Brian said women like to try men like that, though, because we're raised to not hit women, and the law looks out way more for women than they do for men. That's not true. That's not true. The law looks out for whoever calls. So,
if a
realistically speaking, women call more than men. But if there's a situation, which I've been in, I ain't gonna say woo-hoo, where the police was called and they was ready to take both of our asses to jail. Or y'all fighting each other, so both of y'all go. And they was not trying to hear it until the dude that I was in the altercation with was like, nah, it was me. Take me, don't take her. That was the only reason I didn't go down with this person, because realistically speaking, we were fighting.
Yeah.
So if we're fighting and the police show up, the police will take both of y'all asses to jail. They don't the law does not specify whether it's for men or whether it's for women. It's just a matter of who calls, and
mostly women call.
Women end up
even
calling.
if the woman started it. She'll be he hit
me back, so I'm
my eye busted. I got a black eye. I'm calling out, even though she attacked him first. Because I mean,
those who
gotta expect
those who can compose themselves in a
I
situation like that, like I really do salute you.
I always think about, if I was a nigga, would I accept all these shit that some females give them? Probably not.
I be wanting to smack hoes for less. You ain't even touch me and I already want to slap the shit out your ass. So imagine.
I don't think I could have been a nigga, because I would have been like, nah, I'm fighting this bitch. And a nigga. At the same time, so it wouldn't be nah.
I mean, at the end of the day, the type of person that I am, I grew up around nothing but boys. Like, I'm the first girl out of a whole squad of boys. So my boy cousins and all my older siblings and stuff like that, they taught me at a very young age that if you hit, make sure you could take that hit coming back.
Exactly.
Because there's a possibility
that it may
come to that. Now,
that is true.
You might get shook, because I done had a nigga shake me. Shit out your ass. You acting crazy. You need to calm down. Shake shit out your ass so you can sit down and focus. You acting wild. Or I've had dudes who completely just, I need to remove myself from the situation or walk away. Those dudes I commend. Because there's plenty of times I done jumped up to fight. I will fight a dude. So for me, I know, though, coming along with that,
ready to,
I might get laid out.
Yeah, but you gotta be prepared
and I gotta take that L because I put my hands first.
Exactly, you gotta be prepared. Like, yo, if I do attack him, I better be prepared to be like, I might get knocked, thrown against the wall. And I commend the guys that some guys.
That shake do get you right, Brian. You right. That shake do.
That's what I'm about to say. Sometimes you get the shake and you be like, I'm
cool. I'm chilling.
I ain't gonna do it. Nah, you threw me against the wall. Like, cause me, I admit, like, I hit niggas first. I admit that. But I really commend all of the guys that I hit.
Thank you.
I really commend them, cause I was prepared. I was like, I'm gonna get fucked up right now. But I'm still gonna fight
at
you.
the end of the day,
and
if you're going
choose
to
the
do
bigger
that,
guys
if you're
to
going
fight,
to have
but
that mentality, don't cry wolf at the end
Exactly.
of the day and play
Don't be
victim.
like, he hit me, and what
mean,
you just did.
Now, I'm not like promoting domestic violence, but I feel like there's domestic violence on both ends. Like you can, like there can be domestic violence against men, just like it can be against women.
Yeah, because I beat dudes in the
Domestic violence is different because, first of all, domestic violence could be something that a woman is doing and he just beat her for nothing. That's not him hitting
But
her back.
There's men who can experience the same thing.
I know, that's what I'm saying. There's men that experience it from women.
All of my boyfriends have experienced domestic violence at the hands of Shantae. I beat dudes in they sleep.
I can't fucking tell.
So, with that being
But
said, am I right? Probably not. There's
You can probably no.
other ways. Than that, if you piss me off enough, you're not going to sleep comfortably next to me. You're not going to sleep and you're going to be snoring and drooling.
Make him
After
leave.
you. No, we got bills to pay. We got a whole house together. It's not going to make you leave. No, I'm going to beat your ass in your sleep.
Domestic violence is domestic
I
violence.
can't.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But I got to be prepared that when he wake up, he might just catch me with a left hook to the eye.
She
and
ready
I
to knock
gotta take
niggas out
that
when they
L.
sleep.
Yeah, I'm gonna beat you in your sleep because you caught off guard. The chances of you retaliating and your reflexes being on point is not there when you sleep. You gotta catch them in their third dream. Don't take my advice. I'm just saying.
In their
man
third
beater.
dream.
Yeah, when they in their third dream,
A man
REM
beater.
sleep.
Well,
That's when you
in
catch
the
them.
beginning of this, we're supposed to be promoting keeping your hands to yourself.
Yes.
Or being prepared.
Or be prepared.
If you know you can't keep your hands to yourself, be prepared. Take that L. Don't be calling the police talking about, oh, he hit me. You hit him first. Now both y'all going to jail. Who gonna bail who out? Let's figure that out.
Cause y'all both in jail.
Where the kids at? Now the kids in foster care. Nobody, grandma can't come get the kids.
Auntie can't come.
So in that scenario,
Sister
nobody
can't come.
wins.
Nobody
So
wins.
the moral of the story is keep your hands to yourselves. Use your words. That's what people like. When I used to work in a daycare, right?
You still got it.
Yes. We used to tell kids this all the time. Use your words.
So you gotta
Use
tell
your
us grown
words.
adults.
Yep.
And you still have to tell it to grown adults. You grow from being a 2-year-old with a temper tantrum to an adult with a temper tantrum, which is not cute.
At all.
Use your words.
I'm the adult with the temper tantrum, guys. In case y'all didn't know or didn't realize, I'm the one with the
I
temper
have a temper tantrum a lot sometimes too. Like it'd be like, okay, okay. One thing, two things,
Okay.
Right.
three things. I'm like, yo,
How much I gotta let slide?
Yeah,
You
and then, yeah.
Right. Because
It's like it piles up, and
Right.
then you like, nah, fuck this. I'm
Nah,
going off,
right. Now I gotta go
Okay.
ape shit. Cause
and then
now
swinging and everything.
Or
But
I use my words, right? I use
the
my
first
words.
time, the second time, third time,
How many times am I supposed to use my words?
Then leave the situation if it's that bad.
my fist lets it out.
Well, then I guess then you have to be prepared for the situation
That's what we
Yeah.
saying.
Yup,
where
be
it's
prepared.
not a win-win.
Right.
Yup.
Sometimes,
But you also have a child that depends on you, and you have 3.
Okay.
yeah, and
So
they know.
use your words.
No, they know.
Ain't no they know, because at the end of the day, what was the last conversation we had on the last episode, right?
Who we said?
You want to do things that will benefit your kids.
Sometimes slapping the shit out of somebody do benefit them.
How if you gone?
My mother gonna bail me out.
I can't.
I set aside. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm being 100% real. I literally have a reserve of money set aside for bail just in case. That's my. I don't touch it. I don't use it for Uber rides. I don't use it for McDonald's. I don't use it for nothing. It is literally money set aside just in case a bitch get locked up. Because I'm not all the way there yet. I have not reached that point. I will use my words to a certain extent, and when my words is not working, I'm gonna flip your ass. And that's just gonna be the end of that. And I will deal with the consequences later. If you're gonna put me on probation, I plead guilty. All right, whatever. It is what it is.
Probation can only go so far.
I'm not understanding.
Did you have a situation where you was like,
She said, I'm not understanding.
Yeah, I'm in jail. Yeah, in there.
was that a place that you wanted to be?
No.
Okay then.
And that was a stupid reason why I went. But if I had a good reason, then I could sit down and do my time, swing my legs, make sure I got my shebangs.
Meanwhile, your kids is back feeling like they miss their mom. They don't want the grandmother. They want the mother.
I understand that, but sometimes it's worth it. You
So
have
what's worth it?
All right, so for instance, if somebody like, I don't know, if somebody messing with my kids, I'm gonna fight you on sight. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, my kids can't defend themselves, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna nut up for them. If I have to go to jail for that, I'm perfectly fine with that. If I'm in a relationship with somebody and they disrespected me, and my kids are seeing them disrespect me,
No, what's disrespecting?
it depends. Let's see.
Because there's certain situations where I agree you can't defend yourself, but stupid shit.
I mean,
come on,
for instance, if I'm using my words and I'm telling you something is bothering me, and we end up arguing about it. First of all, I feel like if I tell you something is bothering me, that should not be an argument. That should not be something that we arguing about. You should respect my boundaries and say to yourself, "This is bothering my shorty. I shouldn't do that to her."
And if that's somebody that doesn't respect you enough,
Sometimes you gotta
dismiss
punch
them
them
from your life.
Sometimes
you gotta just
You
punch
gonna
them
take
out.
the time for somebody who's irrelevant, who doesn't respect your time.
To be honest with you, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna keep it real blunt. If a dude calls the police on me, you a whole bitch. You a whole bitch.
That may be the case, but you're gonna do time for somebody who just doesn't deserve you in the first place. Instead of just dismissing them from your life and keeping
It's
those
better
moments. 'Cause there's
said
moments.
than
It's
done.
right. It's easier said than done.
Yes.
It is.
It
But
is,
it takes more
because
strength to not do
you
something
be
than
in
it does to
head.
do something.
Oh,
So with that
I
being
heard-
said, think about that.
I heard.
Well, it
Pat
depends on
Hayes.
your. It
I
depends
heard
on your outlook.
line, and
Because
then I'm
there's
like, okay, I'm gonna
moments,
attack.
there's moments in your child's life that you will never get back,
That's a fact. That's a fact.
and you want to be in jail, missing those moments that you will never get back over somebody who's dumb that you can completely just dismiss from your life.
That's why I waited till they hit all their milestones.
I cannot.
They ain't got no milestones for like the next 4 or 5 years. The next thing they're gonna do is what? Graduate high school. Maybe I'll leave a Sweet 16. If I beat somebody up right now, I'm not going to jail for that long. Matter of fact, I'm getting out tonight.
But think about it.
I
Think
can't.
about it. It depends on how.
I'm getting out
It depends on how
tonight.
Bail
escalated
money.
it gets, though, because we
'Cause
all
she got
know
bail
that she ain't
money.
there.
All the way there yet.
And we think about Aiden and how he does his plays and how that boy is just remarkably talented. And then you got your other two that, have their little areas as well. And they want mom there.
True.
This is
They
true.
want mom there for that play.
I'm gonna beat it.
They want mom there for when I have that first lead doing this. They want mom there for that first game that maybe I made a win on. They want mom there for those special moments.
I'm gonna be there
Good and out of jail.
most of the time.
I can't with her. So, the moral of the story is
Keep your hands to yourself.
Keep your hands to
yourself.
yourself.
Keep your hands to yourself. That's what it's supposed to be. You're supposed to keep your hands to yourself. You're not supposed to be out here hitting on people's kids. You're not, because everybody is somebody's child at the end of the day. Whether you grown or you not grown, at the end of the day, all jokes aside, everybody is somebody's
be
child.
prepared for the consequences.
Be prepared
and
for the
take
backlash.
accountability.
That's a fact.
Like you shouldn't we're not promoting, like domestic
Somebody
violence. or
said
whatever,
Shantae played too
but
damn much.
She do.
Oh, hey,
I can't
Shanice.
with her. But, I do feel like there's a double standard when it comes to males.
Dutch lock. Oh, Lord.
I think that's low.
Loke. Oh, yeah, Loke. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Lord.
Who said I played too low? Oh, that's my auntie. Auntie, you know how we do though, like.
Auntie, she played too much.
So, auntie,
bugging.
don't act like you wouldn't beat somebody up for your kids too. Like,
I think everybody
Come on.
would.
Yeah.
That's a sentiment that everyone
Exactly.
has.
Because once somebody mentions Jameer in a disrespect way and not saying my son is handsome, that is the only thing that's coming out of your mouth, and you try to tell him, oh, because I had a few, even when I was pregnant, people try to oh, you baby gonna come out ugly. I was trying to drag this bitch when I was pregnant. So,
you fought while you was pregnant too?
no, I didn't
No,
fight. I
she
didn't
wanted
fight.
it too.
I did.
Girl didn't want to fight me. I was pregnant. I was ready. But anyone that said
that's an
anything or,
instinct, yeah.
try to go against my child, I'm ready to fight you. Like, my son is 2. What are you saying about him?
That's an instinct. I think that's
Well,
natural.
mine are 10 and 11, and I still don't want you to
But
say
I'm
that.
saying,
I don't think
at
that
the same
ever
time,
goes
I feel
away.
like the only person that probably should come out their mouth, not an adult, but maybe somebody that he was going to school with, then I won't fight you for that. Because you
I
young.
fight kids.
I,
We got the same size, and these hands is rated E for everybody.
you know what?
Nobody is exempt.
So the moral of the story is just be prepared for
If
the
they in
parents.
high school and some female hit my son, I'm fighting her.
if they in junior high school and some girl.
Well, you like junior high school height.
If
I
they
can't
in
fight nobody in
elementary,
junior
I
high
can't
school.
I will fight
Because
you in
it don't-
pre-K and they.
I can't even play like I might be in
next
school with
topic.
them and say like, what you talking about? You know, switch up.
Next topic.
Sneakers in the sweatpants like I'm coming.
Patty don't want us to fight at all.
I know.
Next topic.
Okay.
No, I mean, there's situations where
Look at
somebody will say
the fact that I
yes,
fight
defend
kids.
yourself. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But it's just nowadays, you just never know what somebody else is thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like,
True.
not a lot of people are prepared for an ass whooping. Not a lot of people, especially in this day and time, if they're getting, handled, they feel like the next thing to come out with is a weapon.
Yeah, I don't
How
have
many
a couple
times
guns
have you
pulled on
heard
me.
about people losing their lives over stupid shit? You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, just
You read about that. You
just,
read about
just
that 'cause in
thinking
this
about
day and
long
age,
term
yeah.
as opposed to short term, and it is easier said than done. It is, because it takes a lot more strength to not do something than it does to actually do something and react on anger off site. So I mean, not saying that it's easy, but think about.
I think that
long-term.
depends on who you are. That's subjective. Because for some people, it is harder to react because they're passive aggressive. So it would be harder
But
for
those
them.
people are. We ain't even gonna talk about those people.
We gotta talk about them because some of them might be our viewers.
Well, don't be passive aggressive.
Well, you gotta be who you are. So if you are passive aggressive, it will be harder for you.
It's not a good thing.
It's
though.
not. No, I'm about to
It's
say.
not. I mean, it's not a bad thing to be passive aggressive or aggressive. It's a matter of your thoughts on it. Like some people would
I
say,
don't know, because sometimes you know how, I won't mention where we work, but you know how, in certain situations we have a certain leader who's like passive aggressive. Like you can be upfront and direct with people without being physical. You know what I'm saying?
Of
Like,
course.
you know what I mean? Like, that doesn't necessarily make you passive aggressive because you're direct with your words or direct with other ways
Well,
of you to be.
when I say
Well,
passive
passive-
aggressive,
yeah.
I mean people who avoid confrontation. Those are people who are passive aggressive. That means something is being done to you that you do not agree with, and instead of you standing up for yourself, you would rather
But you can
just brush it
stand up
under
for
the rug.
yourself. And that's my thing. You can stand up for yourself without being physical.
We're not talking about physical. We're talking about
But that's
standing
what we're
up for.
talking about. Keeping your hands to yourself.
But when I say passive aggressive, though, because you're saying it's a bad thing to be passive aggressive. When I'm saying passive aggressive, what I mean by that is something is being done to you. You don't like what's being done to you, and instead of addressing it, even if it's with your words, you decided to just
And
brush
that's why I
under
say
the rug.
that's not a good thing.
It
In
may-
my opinion.
I can't say whether or not it's a good thing. You handle things the way you are taught
Yeah,
or
but
the
if
way
you,
you
if
feel
you are
like.
that way, I feel like in my opinion that
I
you're
mean,
bottling
some
some
people.
stuff in.
No,
Right,
some
and then
people
you
don't
end up
handle it.
snapping.
Snapping.
You end up
and it's not
snapping.
a good thing.
But at the end of the day, okay, so it's
Some
either
people don't handle
some
their
people
issues.
have found their medium.
Yeah.
Some people are still on the passive aggressive side, and then some people
And
like me
sometimes
are on
just
the
because
aggressive
you do
side.
let stuff ride doesn't necessarily mean you're passive aggressive. It just sometimes with some people it just means that that type of shit doesn't bother them. You know
Well,
what
we're
I
not
mean?
talking about the stuff that you're unbothered by, because even aggressive people have things that they're unbothered by. There's certain things like if somebody said to me, "Oh, Shantae, you ugly," I'm just gonna laugh.
So that's why
It
I think, in
doesn't
my
bother
opinion, in that sense, being passive aggressive may not be such a good thing.
Like you're right. I mean, if somebody says something to me that I don't believe is true about myself, I'm not gonna take that on. I would just be like, whatever, you stupid.
I don't know. I feel like if
Right?
you, if you don't
If
stand
you're
up for
not
yourself,
prepared
at
for
least-
the whooping, don't talk shit.
yeah,
Basically.
I agree.
Yeah.
But that's why I feel like, in my opinion, if you are that way, then those are people that go nuts.
Because they do hold everything.
They hold it in.
Yeah.
They hold it in,
They
and then they
do.
spaz, and then everybody looks at them like,
what the
There's,
hell?
Where that come from?
there's nothing wrong with
Yeah.
standing up for yourself. There's nothing wrong with calling something out if it's
But
wrong.
some people just don't have it in them. And it usually is the people that talk so much shit, and then you confront them like, oh no, I'm not trying to do all this.
no, those people are scary. That ain't even passive aggressive.
Yeah,
That's scary
that's
because
true.
you
That's just
started the
scary.
shit.
You can ask
And
them a
now-
million times, is there anything that we need to discuss?
But then, yeah, the passive aggressive is like people, kind of confront you. You're like, oh no, I'm not.
Yeah. Like I had that kind of situation
that to
one
me
time.
can be dangerous. In my opinion, that can be dangerous.
Yeah, because I like to get shit out of the way. Like, let's just get this out in the open.
Even if
Let's
it's just
address it.
talking, we don't have to physically fight, but we can
Exactly.
just talk.
Right.
If
Exactly.
you can't do that, those are the people that's
That to me is dangerous.
Yeah, it is. 'Cause
Yeah, 'cause
they-
even though I might, be prone to fly off the handle every now and then, if you sit down with me and have a genuine conversation, I can have a conversation for days.
yeah.
If you talk to me and say, yo, you did X, Y, and Z, and this is what the issue is, I
but
can accept that.
in a
I can see that more out of you than her.
What I mean? Yeah. Jamaica be ready to drag.
She's getting there.
You working on it, baby.
She's getting there.
So you could see that more in Shantae
her
than me.
communicating, yeah. If somebody came to her,
You don't see me communicating?
out of our dynamic and how we
I communicate with people.
You're learning.
You getting
You're
better.
getting there.
I'm getting there. Yep. Lately, I've been communicating with people.
I will say this: you are better at your age than
Than
I
most
was when I was your age.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will give you that. You get the crown on that because
Okay.
when I was your age, it was drag. You said what? Drag.
Drag
You looked
city.
at who? Drag. I'm not.
Drag.
Drag. That's it.
You said my name?
Drag. Oh, we should put that on a t-shirt.
Drag.
That is
Drag. Nah, we were
Okay.
talking about that on the way here too.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah.
We were.
But that's the
But that's
Yeah.
the moral of that, you know. Moving right along.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think about that.
Yes.
That's a lot in one, actually.
yes. Keep your hands to yourself.
Yeah. Well, moving right along, we're gonna move this over to Shantae.
Let me
And
We're
we're gonna go into a current event. You know.
So
Yeah.
what we gonna talk about next?
Tony Braxton.
So Tony Braxton's under a little bit of heat right now. Y'all know she got the show with her sisters. What's the name
Keeping
of
up
the
with
show?
The Braxton
The
family
Braxton-
values.
Keeping up with the Braxtons, like keeping up with the Kardashians. The Braxton.
Same thing. It's the same
Braxton
thing.
family
It's
values.
It's the same thing. But actually,
It's
at least they be
not.
trying to get their life together.
Exactly. Because the Kardashians is they trash.
Go ahead and say it. They trash.
They trash.
They famous for nothing. We
With
know.
cinnamon.
With cinnamon.
That's an inside joke.
So anyway, Tony Braxton's under some heat because they
So
have
what the fuck,
a
Jamaica?
young mother.
Come for me.
What the Jamaica doing? I'm
I was
sorry.
doing my dance. Don't come for me. I was doing my whole dance when Shantae was pouring the glass. I was over here like,
She
hey.
was over there looking like she had Tourette's.
I was not looking like I was in. Don't come for me. You know what? Carry on. Carry on.
So back to Tony. They have an episode where, or are they on her show? Are they on her show or she was
She
visiting
was
their show?
on their show.
Okay, so Ayala Van Zant, y'all know her as Fix My Life.
Yeah, I guess.
She fixed it.
I'm not a fan, but anyway,
Isn't she like their therapist or something now?
No,
Because
She's
wasn't she
supposed
on
to
there a
fix
couple
their
of
life.
times though?
because it
no,
takes more
this
than
is her
one
first
session.
time.
It was?
Yeah, before they had Bishop T.D. Jakes.
That's who it was.
If Jesus can't fix your life, then I
You
don't know
know
who
what?
can. But anyway,
You know what?
if Jesus can't do it. But anyway, so
If
Ayala's
he couldn't
on.
say the word, then
Right.
I
Well,
don't
she
know.
made more of a breakthrough than he did.
Well, I guess. Anyway, in the name of the Lord. So
The Lord.
Iyanla has, you know,
With
fixed
the
my
tea.
life, so she's supposed to be helping these young ladies. Actually, they old ladies. Let's be real. Supposed to be helping them fix their life.
Yeah, because they're all like,
And their one-on-one sessions.
Woody the youngest.
Yeah, the youngest is like 40.
And that's Tamar, right? Isn't she the baby?
Tamar
Yeah,
is the
she's
baby.
the
And she's like 40, right?
And she got that whole thing going on with the bald head.
And trying to be,
I mean,
trying
I
to be
can respect her
Natalie
reason.
ever after.
Right,
I
like
she
Napoli ever after.
I can respect her reason for doing it though.
What's her reason?
Was
Well,
it?
she's with Wendy
Yeah.
Williams, and you know, she asked her about it or whatnot, and she said the reason she did it was because she felt like, you know, her whole
People was coming
life.
for her wigs.
Well, no, she
Because they was trash.
It was a personal thing. She said she felt like, you know, her whole self-worth for herself and identity surrounded, you know, like her wigs and, you know, like how her hair was. And she wanted to do something that
Napoli ever
was
after.
for, well, no, that was for her.
She
when it
had a
comes to,
whole
like, loving
scenario
herself
for
and-
that movie.
I mean, you can respect somebody for that. Like, loving myself for who I am.
And not
even
my
without,
hair.
you know what I'm saying?
But
If you
nobody
already
see
did it-
her as her hair. She had a wig on. She could've
That's why I
put
said it was
on
a
her.
personal thing.
Yeah,
She didn't
true.
say anybody. She didn't say this was for anybody or
Yeah.
somebody said this about me. It was completely personal for herself. And you might not like
I'm
her.
not
but-
drunk. Boy, shut up.
Anyway, I like her. I just don't like this whole bald head
You
shit.
annoying.
Put a wig on. Anyway,
I can't with Shantae.
I don't like that bald head shit. Put a wig on. Anyway, so
I mean, some people it fits. She just got a weird shaped head, and I feel like
Well, that's
She
why
just-
I didn't
she
like
just-
it.
to me, she
It
just
ain't for
basically-
Shantae. It ain't for Jamaica.
she's just basically
It's for
good at
her.
Britney Spears. Let's be
she look
real.
more like
It's
a
for her.
cancellation than an actual
Well, I'm not gonna come down on the Cancer
I'm
patient
not
because
coming
they
down
got
on
their
the-
reasons for looking
Yeah.
at it.
Moving right along with this episode.
Right. So anyway, well, she pulled them in for one-on-ones and then brought them back together to talk about it collectively as a group. And what Tony came out with, her confession was, I love y'all as my family. However, I don't like y'all for the most part. And if we were not family,
I wouldn't be friends.
we would not be friends.
I mean, I feel about that about a lot of people.
I'm gonna be real. I'm not gonna say no names because my family do watch, and my family that does watch, I love y'all and I thank y'all for y'all support. But if we're gonna call a spade, there's some cousins or family members that if we wasn't family and we didn't have the same blood running through our veins, I wouldn't fuck with you.
I mean,
I don't think there's nothing wrong with saying that though.
Yeah,
I don't
I
either,
think
especially
it
during
is
a counseling
either.
session. This
But
is
I
your
think it's
truth and
'cause
how you
she's-
feel.
I don't think that there's nothing wrong with saying it. Period across the
She's
board. Let's
famous,
be real.
and they just
Think
wanna
about the dynamics
exaggerate
of
it.
your family. Think about the people that you're connected to. Sometimes y'all don't have the same shit in common. Sometimes y'all don't like to do the same shit. Y'all don't like to go to the same places.
That's real.
That's
That's why I
true.
said I don't think.
If you
That's what I'm
wasn't
saying.
related, what would you have
I
in
wouldn't
common?
introduce myself and say like, okay, this is gonna be my friend. There's a lot of family members. I'm like, yo, I would never chill with you
Right.
if we wasn't family.
Right.
Like it would never pop in my head like, yo, you my homegirl. No, it's just
Now, granted, there are some family members that I am closer to than others.
yeah.
And I have a closer connection to them people. I wouldn't say that, those people, I would say if we weren't family, then we would probably be friends. If we even had a capacity to meet each other like that.
Yeah,
But 9
so-
times out of 10, let's be real.
So
If you wasn't related to your sister or your brother, would you really be friends with them?
I think everybody can relate to that.
I got sisters
Yeah.
and brothers that I barely even talk to. So how can I say that if we wasn't related, we would be friends?
I just got colleagues, so.
Well, all three of my fathers got other kids. So
I can't.
for me, I got a lot of siblings, But at the end of the day, I can't say that I'm connected to all my siblings the same way that I'm connected to the one that I grew up in the house with.
Yeah.
And even the one that I grew up in the house with,
Exactly.
who's to say
doesn't
that I would be
necessarily
her
mean that you
friend
would be- Yeah.
if we wasn't, growing up in the same house? Maybe the reason that we are connected is because we grew up in the same house, so that's why we have a lot of the same similarities.
I feel like the comment she made
Yeah.
was real. It's
It
real.
was.
It
It was. Even if she would have went
I was like, wait, where the brother came from? But I forgot he had a.
Are we still good?
We're good.
We're good.
Okay.
I think we went out a minute, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But
But
we're
no, I think with the statement or that whole her truth, I think it was real. I think a lot of people can relate to that if you're being honest.
Right. I agree.
And I don't really think. I think like what you said, the reason why she's getting the backlash for it is because she's a celebrity and it was televised.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Because
She
if
was
it
in a
was
counseling
a
session.
one-on-one
To be honest,
session.
I don't agree with that. Because when you looked at her sister's faces when it was said, her sister's feelings were genuinely hurt.
I mean that's
Yeah.
if somebody
that's
said that about
expected. That's expected. Like if your sister said,
But-
if you wasn't my sister, I would.
Oh, we're not gonna talk about my sister. My sister, we done had this conversation.
the backlash.
No, literally.
I'm talking about
I've
is-
had this conversation with my sister. Where
But
we
you-
literally had to break it down and say, listen,
Okay.
this is where I say boundaries come into play, because just because we family don't mean I gotta put up with your shit.
True.
Just because you
Facts.
my sibling or you my mom or you my dad, that don't mean I gotta tolerate your shit. I will tell you straight up, listen, this is where my peace is at, and you're not gonna disrupt my peace.
Because
And I think that's what she was saying.
Exactly, because there's some people in your family that you have to love from a distance because if it's toxic and you're entering into my life and my circle with that toxic, energy.
I mean,
It's
my
sometimes
sisters
it might
be
not-
tight. They too old to be doing half the stuff.
But
To
my-
be honest, it might not even be
They-
toxic stuff. It might just be that's who you are, and that's cool for
I mean,
you to
they
be who
wasn't
you
famous
are.
until her
But it
anyway.
doesn't vibe with who I am.
Until her
But
anyway.
it doesn't vibe with who I am. You understand what I'm saying?
And I feel like with her, it kind of does bring into like a negative vibe because when she was asking her on the 101, how does this make you feel as the oldest? How does it, you know what I mean? Like sometimes they can take a toll on somebody.
And especially when you
Even
got
though
five
it's
other
cool for you to be
siblings.
who you are,
Right.
but because of who I am and because of how I like to operate, it could take a negative toll on me.
You know what I think the problem lies in? This is coming from me being the oldest. Our parents, especially in the black community, have a habit of saying to the oldest child, you are responsible for your siblings. You take care of your siblings. You look out for your siblings.
And then
but they don't turn around to the younger sibling and say, that's your older sister. Look out for your older sister. Take care of your older sister. So it's not reciprocated, and you end up feeling like, this is my child, and I'm taking on a burden of a child that's not mine, and I already got to deal with your attitude, with you talking back, with you borrowing my stuff and not giving it back, with you. I mean, there's a whole slew of stuff that come along with being an older sibling.
Yeah, and I can relate to that to a certain degree, because with my sister, my mom literally handed me to her as a baby the day I came home.
And was like, there you go.
But the thing is, with her, I have a lot of respect for her. So it was never,
like
a
sister.
I mean, we have like,
a sister moment, but
we have sister moments because we're human and life is life.
Right.
But I never, it's never been a thing to where I didn't appreciate her. It's never been a thing to where I was ungrateful, for her and, like what she's done and who she's been to me in my life. So I can relate to that to a certain degree. I mean, with some people, I don't know how they act, with their older siblings.
They don't. They're not appreciative. They're not like...
It's just me in college, so I don't really feel... I am older than him, but I don't really feel like we got that kind of like older...
And you're closer in age, too.
Yeah, we only 2 years apart. And then, exactly. That's a lot different.
And it's a 5-year difference between me and my sister.
Yeah, so me and him, when he was in high school, I had my little job and I was doing stuff for him. Even when we was younger, I used to cook for him, but I never felt like... And maybe because I'm a girl, he's a boy, I don't got clothes that he could borrow, so... I never had that issue.
But you guys have like a respect.
Yeah. So Khalid now, I don't really have to worry about him now because sometimes I be like, Khalid, can you do this for me? So we got that. We close in age. Maybe that's probably it. But I don't know. I never had that issue.
I can agree with that.
I don't think I might be his friend though.
But the backlash I was referring to
outside of being siblings, but
that's my tabloids or whatnot, putting it in the headlines or whatever. Like, is she wrong for this? Oh my gosh, should she have said this?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They was extra with it, but
they were extra with it. I feel like she spoke her truth.
Yeah.
I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with. Look how long it took her to come out and say it.
Years.
This lady had the whole on. She had 50s. She had to hold on to that shit for 40-something years.
Cause she felt like this when she was younger.
This is not something that developed overnight.
No. Yeah, this is not something that just happened recently. This is something.
And then while her getting her fame and being the main breadwinner for the family, everybody looked at her like, Tony need to fix this,
Yeah.
She need to fix it.
I mean, even with her mom is to blame too, because her mom had her siblings basically look at Tony and not her.
Well,
I'm just
saying, I don't know about that because I saw a clip.
Yeah, I was about to say
where the mother got Tamar all the way together.
Mama Braxton ain't nothing to play with. They all respect her.
They respect her, but I'm just talking about when she got fame, she was a lot younger.
Yeah.
So she was a lot younger. So I feel like for them to depend on her so much, they had to been pushed from the mom, your sister got it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, not even necessarily, because you know what? I'm gonna tell y'all the story.
And that's probably why she got so much pressure on her.
I'm gonna tell y'all the story.
I don't think that's true.
I got a little sister. She's young, right? Now, I'll call her my sister, but technically we're not sisters. By blood, we're not sisters. She's sisters with one of my sisters. And it was a situation where I went up to New York. We had a good time. We was all running the street, having fun. Nighttime come, right? Nighttime come. So me and my other sister let's go get some pizza. So we walk to the pizzeria. She comes with us. I offered to buy pizza for all of us. She said, "No, I'm going to see my man. I don't want no pizza. I don't want to smell like garlic and this, that, and the third." I said, "All right, cool, bet, no problem." Later on, I come back. Her mom is upset because Shantae and Shavonna took my daughter out and didn't feed her. So first of all, my first instinct is, this is my baby sister, but she's grown. She's in her 20s with a child of her own.
Right. What you need to feed her for?
I got 3 kids. The only kids I'm concerned about feeding is the ones that came from me. That's first. But I was nice enough to offer.
Right.
You didn't want to take it. That's your business. I'm not running around all over town to find you something to eat. This is what us two are eating. Do you want to get down on it? Yes or no? If you say no, you're an adult. I can't force you to eat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day,
she make it seem like she was a whole child. Like, you didn't feed my daughter.
You're playing
What
victim.
the hell?
nobody pushed her to do that. Nobody
She
pushed
said
her.
my man was gonna feed her.
Shut up,
And he
I'm
did.
just saying. That's what she said.
We
I'm
won't even-
going by my man. I don't want to smell like garlic.
Right.
Okay.
So I'm
Go
assuming
by
I mean, if I made the comments to one of these ladies, all right, I'm not going out to eat with y'all because I'm going to see my boo and I don't want to smell like this particular food. Y'all would assume I'm good, correct?
Yeah. Because
All
you
right.
about to
So
get fed.
that's the assumption. Or I'm not hungry.
Yeah.
Whatever the case may be.
Get fed.
Right. Either I'm gonna eat or I'm not hungry.
Yeah.
Long story short, yeah, her mom was upset because she felt like, oh, Shantae and Shavonda took my daughter out and didn't feed her. And I'm like, well, she's an adult.
Right.
And the pizza was $2.50. And I offered and she didn't want it. So now at this point,
50 cents.
I'm just saying, I mean, at the end of the day now, you done made a whole situation. And I was staying with her mom. If her mom wanted to be nasty, her mom could have been like, oh, you ain't feed my daughter, you could get out.
Right.
All based off of the fact that, her, you know, she presented it one way when it really wasn't that way.
Right, yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
there's times where the parent may not say, go ask your sister or go, you know, go with your sister.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
But the sister feel like because you got it
Or you older.
or you older,
You supposed to look
you
out
supposed
for
to look out for me.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's what I say. That's what I tell my siblings all the time. I tell my siblings, I
Entitled.
tell my mama, I tell my own kids. At the point where you are infringing on my personal peace, I will cut it off like it ain't no tomorrow. Ain't no family bond, ain't no blood tie that's gonna make me stay in a situation that's not conducive to me and my peace. That's point blank. Period. I don't care who
Thanks,
you are.
Amanda.
Hey, Amanda.
Hey, Greg. But that's me personally, and some people will choose the fact that okay, this is my blood, so I have to.
Right.
I'm obligated to.
Yeah.
You're not obligated, and you don't owe nobody nothing.
Exactly.
You really don't. Because at the end of the day, and another thing you have to do is you have to take things for face value. So if you're saying to yourself, I'm putting forth all this effort for my sibling or my family member, and they not giving it back to me in return, in no way, shape, or form. This love that I'm pouring out is not reciprocated. It's okay to choose you. It is okay to say, listen,
I'm done.
I love you,
Some
but I'm
people-
gonna love you
some
from a
people will
distance.
use you until you all
Yes,
overdone
they
and
will.
dry.
I mean, done, baby. Ain't
Overdone
nothing
and dry.
left. You don't even have nothing left for yourself.
Yeah.
And they still will be begging, calling, asking you for your last little bit.
Yeah.
And the type of person, I know me personally, the type of person that I am, I would give the shirt off my back and then stand outside freezing cold. I know that about myself. So now, being that I know that I'm that type of person, I have to limit who I'm around. Because I don't need the people around me who are going to say, you know what, Shantae going to give me that shirt off her back no matter if she's freezing or not.
Right.
And I'm going to take it.
Take advantage of it.
And take advantage of it. And then when I be ready to fight you at the end, then they be looking like, wow, she went crazy. Oh my God. No, because you just went all the way with it. Why you
fight you at the end?
I'm giving you no lie.
can't
I had a
stand
situation where I had this girl living with me and she set me up to be robbed.
Shut up.
I took her off the street. I swear to God, on my 3 kids. She was on the street crying. I took her in and she set me up to be robbed.
Who said
Wow.
it was a friend?
She wasn't even my friend. She was this girl that I'm not even gonna say how I knew her because then people gonna know who I'm talking about, and I don't wanna. I didn't do it. I didn't help her out so that I could get praised for it. You feel what I'm saying? I did it because I tell y'all all the time, like I don't have no shame. I've been homeless. You understand what I'm saying? I done slept in cars with my 3 kids, slept in hotels. I've been all over the place with these kids. You understand what I'm saying? So if I see somebody else and they hurting,
Yeah.
my instinct is, oh my God, I gotta help them. I got it to help them.
Pay it forward.
So I'm gonna help them. That bitch shouldn't have to be robbed.
Wow.
Yeah. So at this point, I protect my space.
Yeah.
And my peace is my peace. And if you, I don't care who you are, mother, father, sister, brother, it don't matter. If you are not conducive to my peace of mind, you gotta go. And I will love you from a distance. I will dance with you at a family function. We could drink together at a wedding.
So that's about it.
I will cry with you at a funeral. But as far as you being in my personal, no, I'm good.
No,
About it.
I agree.
Right, get the strap. It's trash, straight up.
Oh yeah, keeping it real in all relationships. Yeah, friendships, regularly, any relationship.
Definitely overdone and dry. Overdone and dry.
It's crazy to me that people say things like, "Oh, that's your sister, so you have to be there." No, I don't.
Oh, thanks, Mom. Stress free, no fighting.
I'm not gonna make you no promises. I'm not even gonna lie to you like that, Mom.
Don't listen to her.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna try my best. How about that?
I'm in her life now.
I can't. Yeah, Hattie always
That is
the
the
preacher.
angel. That is the angel on that shoulder.
Calm us down, because Lord, I be telling,
Say people
I'm
come
about
into
to
your life
smash
for a
all
reason.
for his tires. No, what would be the? Oh my gosh, Hattie, you supposed to come with me
And Shantae be like,
slash the tires.
bust the windshields. You forgot pieces of the car.
Why would you slash his tires? I'm like, oh gosh. I'm not telling you no more stuff anymore. I'm just gonna do it. Forget it.
I'm like, Hattie, I'm ready to take a ride and blow all his shit up. Hattie be like,
What was
where the kids at?
What's the purpose
What
of
are the
this?
kids gonna think? The kids gonna think I just dragged somebody. That's what they gonna think.
Oh yeah, we do have on the same color. I didn't even.
Hey twin, hey twin.
I can't.
But you coordinate because you got blue in your stuff.
Yeah.
And you got purple in your jacket. And she got purple on her hair.
Yep.
Yeah, still.
Yep.
I'm a little, oddball today.
She coordinates.
We coordinate.
It's okay.
Sometimes we coordinate.
Without knowing it.
Yeah, we don't really tell nobody our outfits. Like, oh, I'm wearing
We just show up dressed alike.
that. Yep.
It works.
Boop, boop, boop.
I
boop,
can't.
boop,
What's the next
boop,
topic?
boop,
It's
boop,
June.
boop. Oh, the main topic, and my mother is here. You're watching. The main topic. Okay, so I reposted a post on Facebook. It said, why grandmothers grandmas back in the day wanted their grandkids all the time, and these new grandmothers don't really take the grandkids in and say they don't really watch them. So I had a few people had their own different view on things. Some people like, I ain't got no problem. I don't have that problem.
I don't have that problem either.
My mom curses me out if I do not bring Jameer over. Jameer, why you didn't bring Jameer over? She'll curse me out. I mean, she cursed me out today. She cursed me out yesterday. I mean, every day she will curse me out until I bring Jameer over. So I don't have that issue. But I know some people, and I have a different view on the whole situation. I know some people that do have mothers that are like just trash mothers in general. So as grandmothers, they will never really be anything better because they was never a really good mom. So I know people personally that's in that situation. But then I had somebody comment and was like, it's because grandmothers back then didn't work. And grandmothers now.
My grandmother worked.
That's what I'm saying.
And she had me all the time.
That's what I told. I was like, both my grandparents worked. My dad's mother, my mom's mother, and they used to fight. So when they gonna have me and Khalid every week? That's what I'm saying.
It's not about them not working.
It's not. I don't think it's about them not working. I really think it's just all on this generation of moms, and then
it depends on the person.
It depends on the person. Some people that do have kids, they just trash. So when they become a grandmother, they're like, I don't care about your kids.
Or you could have even been a good mom, but you didn't raise your daughter to be a good mom. So now that your daughter have kids or your son got kids, you could say to yourself, I'm not going to be bothered with whatever mess my child got going on. They got all this extra shit going on.
Right.
I can't be bothered.
Right.
It's not a problem to keep my grandchild, but I'm not chasing you down for my grandchild.
Yeah.
Because I've seen that too. Like, if it's the boy, I will be honest.
Yeah.
When you have a child that's like a girl child,
Yeah.
you're going to have more of a connection with the grandchild. If you have a child that's a son, like you have a boy child, and he have kids, them kids is really going to be closer to the mother side of the family than the boy side. Unless the boy side is like completely dominant and takes over.
Yeah.
Because
that's how my dad's side was when it came down to my grandmother. She was like, I'm having
she put her foot down.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, I was with my moms, but I was with them equally as being younger. Like, I would see my grandmother this week, I'll see the other one the next week. And like, I equally see them. They was never said you're gonna see the next one more than me. So
I think it depends on the family.
It
Because
depends.
I have a grandmother that I didn't meet till I was 18.
Yeah.
But my grandmother on my mother's side, she might as well have been my second mom. Like,
Yeah, you call her mom.
yeah, I call her mom. Because it just feels weird to call her anything else.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that I don't still have the same respect and admiration for my own mother. Like, my
Yeah.
mother was there. I had a mom.
Right.
But my grandmother was there too. Like,
Because it was just that, oh, okay, grandma, mom, yeah.
right.
I get it. Like, the thing is, I have a close bond with both my grandparents. Like, my grandmother on my mom's side, like, have a different connection with her, and then my dad's mother, I have a different connection with. Like, both of them were really close to me as now and being younger. So, I don't know. But I know some grandmothers, you were saying, like, oh, the child might have just become, she was a trash mom. But I know some grandmothers that will, and it be the daughter's child. It doesn't be like her son's child, and just would not. I'm not watching the kids. They be trying to be in the scene too still.
Right, I was about to say that those are the ones who are in denial that they are freaking
grandmothers. Exactly. They'll be trying to be in the scene. Oh no, I ain't watching the kids. Oh, this, that. And I'm just like,
I'm not gonna hold you. The twins, my sons, they, not my mom, because my mom, she Mimi all day. She tell you straight up, I'm not a grandma, I'm a Mimi. But she love her grandkids, and she makes sure she do for her grandkids. And she always, when she lives here, she always had her grandkids. And even when she don't live here, when she come into town, them kids be sold to her head. They ain't going nowhere without her. So,
and that's how you want it.
however, on my son's side of the family, with their father's mother, that lady do not want to be a grandmother. She don't. Like, she felt like she had kids who were still young by the time I got pregnant, because I was only 22 when I had all three of my kids by the time I was 22. So for her, she kind of felt like I'm too young to be a grandmother.
How old was she?
Like in her early 40s. She was older than my mother. And my mother was already a grandmother at that point.
So she was older than your mom, and she felt like she was too young to be a grandmother?
Yeah, she came to my baby shower in fishnet stockings and hooker boots.
You know
I
what?
lie not. I kid you not. Okay?
You know what?
And
Is
even
that her first grandchild?
yes, because my baby daddy is her oldest child, and then after him, the next one is the same age as my sister, and then the next one he was in elementary school when I met my baby father.
Oh, so
and
she
then the
had
last
really
one,
young
she had
kids.
young kids,
Okay.
but that don't change your age, ma'am.
It don't.
You still was in your 40s when you
Yeah.
became a grandmother.
Yeah.
So, but for her, she was not. No, she'd be like, I'm going out this weekend, or I'm doing this weekend, or I
That's
got
what
this
I'm
going
saying.
on.
This
So she
like-
wasn't interested. I could count on my hand. My son's 10 years old. I can count on one hand the amount of times that lady asked.
To do certain things, and now they feel like, they want to kind of live that or try to relive that, that
Let it go.
life,
Let it go. Let it go. That part of your life is over.
You do have.
You got a
like
grown
that.
child.
Well,
Your
Brian
grand-
said cost of living keeps grandparents working so much, and they sometimes can't.
But
But
I
that's
feel
what
like that's
I
never
said.
changed though.
I don't think so. 'Cause my
Big
grandmother
Mama
worked 2 jobs.
and wouldn't get home
Yeah,
until.
I mean, the cost of living, and I guess the hourly went up from then too. So I really don't think it really.
I don't
changed.
think that's the thing
I
that's
mean,
changed.
I think it's
It's
the
just
mindset.
how
Exactly.
everybody was raised. That's
Yeah.
what I think it is, because it's like some of these moms that are grandparents, you like, how the hell
Now-
did you survive as being a mother? Forget being a grandma.
Well, some people feel like
Or how
I
did
raised
you-
mine. I'm not about to raise yours too.
Well, you know what my mom used to tell
And
me growing up?
grandfathers, we talking about grandmothers. What about grandfathers?
No, I had a dope grandfather. Chill.
I had
My grandfather used to take us to the circus. He used to take us to Yankee games. Like for hat day when we would get free hats. Bad day when we would get free. My grandfather was lit. My grandfather still lit.
the thing is, both. To be honest, one of my grandfathers, we share the same birthday. So when I was younger with him, I really never even seen. He was always going back and forth to Guyana. I rarely seen him. So when I used to go over to my grandparents' house, it was really just with my grandmother. Like, it'll be on time on the weekend that we will see him.
Yeah.
But literally, he'll sit in front of the TV and watch these old gospel little videos that I used to play on the TV. Or like watch.
So he really didn't interact
or
with
game. Yeah, like the only time he would say something, me and Kylie started fighting.
And then he would probably say, hey.
But like as I got older, I'm like,
that's how they be. Hey. Men don't never discipline the kids the right way. They say, hey.
Yeah, so it was like, okay, but my biological grandfather I never met. Like my mom's dad, he already passed away by the time I was born. But my grandmother's husband, that was like my grandfather. So with him, like he did stuff with us. Like anytime we was going out, like out, it was him and my grandmother. But like while in the house, I mean, he was in the room. We used to just bother him, lay in the bed, and watch TV. But it wasn't that much. But if we was going out to the park, he would come and stuff like that. Like he'll interact with us. So I had more of a connection for a grandfather with him than like my grandfather and my dad's side. But grandmothers, like my grandmother.
Well, see, my biological.
Jameer got an amazing grandfather because my dad do a lot more. I'd be like, you be doing too much. But
that's how I am with my stepfather.
You be doing too much. Like I ain't even had all this as a child. I'm over here like, okay.
See, my grandfather growing up, like my mother's actual father, because she had a stepfather.
Yeah.
But my mother's actual father, I had a really dope relationship with him. He was a musician. And he used to tell us stories about him being in the band. He used to make us songs and stuff like that. He was blind by the time I met him. So it was not too much. It wasn't too much that he could do with us. But the time that we did have one, we thought he was the funniest thing on the face of the planet. First of all, he would call you stupid from the depth of his soul. When he called you stupid, like you knew you was stupid. He would like rub this spot on his forehead and he'd be like, God damn, you stupid. This don't make no sense to me. Somebody as stupid as you. But that
wait.
Yeah. We used to die laughing. We used to be waiting for the nigga. Yeah, we used to be waiting for him to call people stupid. But then my mother's stepfather, that was the grandfather that I really had a connection with because number one, he raised my mother since she was 2 years old. And number two, like, even though him and my grandmother wasn't together, that was who I knew as Gramps. Like, that's my Gramps, you know? Yeah. He would come get us on the weekends. He would take us. When I was getting in trouble in school and stuff like that, my mother would call him and tell on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was the father figure that I had. So my Gramps is, like, special to my heart. And even with my kids, he'd be like, listen, I want to take the kids to Trinidad. I'd be like, I'm not that bad. You get out of here. Not without me. You're not gonna listen. I'm telling you now, they're gonna be good. There's gonna be no problem out of them. You're not gonna have no issue. You're gonna go to Trinidad, have a good time. I'm like, but that's just the bond that they have, and when they know that he's coming, they get excited. You know what I'm saying? So I had a grandfather.
I think it's important to have both. I think we bring up this topic just to, kind of put to the forefront that, having that influence of a grandparent in a child's life is
good.
It's good to have a teammate. Yeah, you need a teammate because, parents be crazy.
Exactly.
And I need somebody to call and say, your daughter is tripping. Tripping.
I only had like 2 years with my grandmother.
I used to call my grandmother, my dad's mom, all the time.
But even, like, there's not much that I can remember from being a toddler, but I remember him.
Right.
Because there were so many times where, he'd be up late at night. My 2-year-old self, I'd be up with him too. Sitting on his lap and he'd feed me cheese.
I told us the story. It was like, you all remember him feeding you cheese.
And I sit there, how you say your grandfather would, like, watch the shows? I watch the shows with him.
Like, my mom's, like, stepfather.
Right?
Like, my mom's stepfather, like, he will always have I think this is why I got sausage and cookies and cake. Like, he will always have little cake, cookies, like, right there on it.
Sweets.
Like, we used to go, Grandpa, like, it's right there. Like, me and Colleen used to be like, I'm getting the Chips Ahoy. Like, he used to have the good stuff, not all brand low, whatever. What the hell is that? Like, it was the good. I'm like, oh shit.
He got the
every time, like, my grandma was like, where y'all get that from? I know. Y'all went in the room. We were in the room. You had to get our snack. After a while, we would go right in the house, go to his room first, get snacks, and then come out. So it was like, unfortunate, but I feel like you should try to be in your grandkids'
That's your
life.
legacy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's it's not direct
Try
fruit
to
of
be
your
in their
loins,
life.
but it's still the fruit of your loins. You know,
Yeah,
your
because you
child
don't know
made
how
that.
it affect. Because like with me, I don't think I would be like, okay, I didn't have my grandparents. To me, influence my life.
And young people
with
don't
my
shy
parents.
away from it. You know, just like we feel like grandparents should be in their kids, their grandkids' life. Grandkids or whoever you are,
Reach out to your
don't shy away
Go
from
call
it.
your grandma. Say, hey, grandma. My grandma, I call her because she's tired of me at this point.
Well, one thing I will say is that my stepdad used to do with Aaliyah that I thought was pretty freaking dope, and I think that's probably why she bougie now. He used to take her on dates.
I think
Friday
that's
nights
important.
would be date night. He would open the car door for her. He would take her to the restaurant of her choice. Take her to see the movie of her choice. Open the menu for her. Help her
That's
read the
cute.
And she'll remember that.
Yeah,
She will.
yeah. Now that's why she act the way she do with them little boys in her stuff. I'm sorry for them.
Rice
She be like,
Krispie treats.
Yeah, she be like, he not buying any Rice Krispie treats. Somebody
I
gonna be bald.
can't tell.
Okay.
I remember I used to get hyped for the muffin and the little. Y'all ever remember the little Snapple in the can?
Yes.
And it was like It wasn't like
It was
real
a Snapple.
Snapple. It was like I don't know, but they had the Snapple or something.
It was
Yeah,
like
they
a little
used to have-
iced tea, like a little lemonade or a little iced tea half and half. You didn't have
That
that?
shit used to be bomb. They had a kiwi strawberry. Man, I was falling out for that. If you got me that in the muffin, $2,
I
you
can't.
was my friend.
Yep.
Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. Feel free to comment, share, let us know your opinions on the topics we discussed today. And as always, stay tuned. We will be back next Monday.
With a special guest, a co-host.
That's right.
Yes, we bring in a male
Perspective.
That's right. You
Y'all
guys
ready?
have been asking for the 50-50, so stay tuned.
We're going to talk about that 50-50.
Yup.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.